Okay, good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Table and Able. Today we're finishing another week. Simon Kuf Sadi, 190 in Arachayim. Shtiyas Hayayin Achar Bracha V'dinel. If you do bench with the coast, the breakfast Hamazon, what do you do with the coast afterward? Do you just spill it on the floor? Or do you actually drink it? We'll find out about that today. Al Vachar Shasim Birkas Hamazon, Mevarech Bar B'Yagavan. You say Bar B'Yagavan, V'ita Mevarech. The person who was saying Birkas Hamazon, who was holding the coast, he should drink from it. Im Hifsik ben Abracha L'Zima Ayin L'Kaman Simon Reish Ayin Aleph Siv Tedvav. If he has a hefsek, so that you have to go back. The Shulchan Aruch says later he has to go back and say new bracha if it wasn't something that was, get me some, it's spilling, get me a bigger cup so it won't spill. If it's for something sorah chashdiyas, then you don't have to, it's not a hefsek. A hefsek you start. Oh, did you hear about Salt Bay that he's opening a restaurant in Tel Aviv? You know who Salt Bay is. If you listen to Lang for your Buck News, you know who Salt Bay is. And then other people should taste after. We're going to see that you're supposed to give the coast of the bracha to as many people as possible. It's a good thing for them to drink. Im kulam skukim lakos echa, v'nosin amavarach mikosa lakos reikan shbiyadam, lo yitamu ad shiyitam hu. Right? Some people had the practice. You find this during Leil Seder, right? Everyone has their own cup of wine in front of them. So even the one person leading the Zimun, everyone has their own cup. So everyone has their own cup. So they're Yotzei Shemei Kohana with his Bori Priyagofen. And technically, the minute everyone, the stern that I go to is everyone says a Bori Priyagofen. But you don't have to. You can Yotzei with one person's Bori Priyagofen. You can drink before he drinks because you're Yotzei Shemei Kohana. Or if there's only one cup, right, and he pours into your cup first, don't drink until he drinks because he's being motzi you. They all each have their own coat. Like I said, they could each drink first. Let's say everyone has a cup. There's no reason for him to pour into other people's cups unless because they're not pogum. Pogum means that someone else drank from it. No one else drank from your cup, so you don't have to pour in pogum. If I pour from my cup to a coast pogum, it does help it. But there's no reason to do it if it's not pogum. We talk about these things. Right? If you drink the requisite amount, we'll see in a second what the requisite amount is. You have to make a bracha, main shalosh. Anytime you drink grape juice or wine, say alamichya, just alagafen al priyagafen. Gimel shir k'shtiyas yayin is chayav bracha achorah. How much wine you have to drink to be chayav to say main shalosh? Yesh safek im dai bekazayis over revius machlokas among the poskim. Kazayis is the shir achila in any place. Kazayis or a revius. Now revius halug basically is one beitza and a half, 1.5 beitzas. So a kazayis is half of a beitza. So if you're drinking a kazayis is a pretty small amount. Let's say a revius, for argument's sake, the middle opinion or Moshe Feinstein, 3.3 ounces. So if that's a revius, so a kazayis would be 1/3 of that, which is 1.1 ounce. It's basically a shot glass. So if you drank a shot glass, make a brach, some say that, and some say you're a revius, you need 3.3 ounces. I heard from my Rosh Hashiva, or Yaakov Friedman, you have to drink it in 2 sips. Otherwise, that's not the normal way of drinking, because unless you drink in 2 sips, if you drink in 1 sip, you're considered a gargaron, someone who drinks, someone who loves wine too much. And if you drink it in 3 sips, you're considered a gasei aruach, you're considered arrogant. Don't know. But he said it's applicable over here. If you take small sips, even though it adds to revius, you don't make a bracha achrona. Hard to believe. I don't think I agree with that, but that was his psak. But revius, so some say you have to drink a revius, which is 3.3 ounces. According to the Chazon Ish, it could even be 5 ounces. So the Torah recommends, since there's a machlokas among the poskim, presumably this is among the Rishonim, I assume. So either drink less than a gazayas, less than 1.1 ounces, drink exactly a shot glass, or drink more than a revius in order to make sure you have to say a bracha. V'hacha, you have sharlishos pachas gazayas. However, when you're doing a kosher bracha, right? If I'm drinking a different time with my friends at the Kiddush club, so I can only have to drink 1 ounce. But Here you have to drink at least a koshel bracha. You have to drink at least a gazayas. Chol davar shesarach kos sarach lishos meno malol lugmov. True rov revius would be 1.7 ounces. If the revius is 3.3 ounces, so rov of it would be 1.7 ounces, which is more than kazayas. Hilkach yishter revius shalom. Therefore, the recommendation is for a koshel bracha. You have to drink the whole revius. Technically, if you didn't drink a revius, what do you do? So Mishnah Berurah said, let's say you drank more than kazayas less than a revius. So the Taz says Mikar din Malol Lugmav is okay. Malol Lugmav, not Gazai. Malol Lugmav is okay. If you drink 1.7 ounces, then you make a bracha from it. So apparently there's three opinions, right? The Taz says Malol Lugmav, which is Rover, 1.7 ounces, not 1.1 ounces. The Achronim pushed this away, and they say it's Zavik Brachas Lahakal. You wouldn't make a bracha unless you drank a Revius, but you have it. Dal Imam Varich, I'm going to discuss in Ian Talina on a little more about this Machlokas, Revius, or Kazayas, or Malol Lugmav. We'll talk about that. Coming up, Ian Talina, it's a very fundamental shir. I think you're going to want to hear it. Dalad Imam Varich Eno wrote to Litom, Yitom Echad Mehamasubin Kishir. If for some reason the person he gets the bracha, it's hard for him to drink wine. People insist you should drink wine for it, but he can't drink wine. He's driving, so someone else should drink a subin kashir. You should drink the shir, which is at least malil lugma, 1.7 ounces. If you want to drink a little bit, I'll drink 0.8, and you drink 0.9. You can't do that. Right? Even though the person, the mavarich, or another person is supposed to drink malil lugma, right? It's a mitzvah and I'm I don't know where this is from. That everyone should drink. That's why the minhag is people pass around and pour from the koshel bracha. Not just at Kiddush, right? Even though it's more famous at Kiddush, where they have those fancy, the grape juice fountains or the wine fountains, where you pour into the one cup and then it like shoots out like 8 different little cups. It's pretty cool. I want to get one of those big ones. I become a rich man. I have this. I went to the Tzorfim a couple of years ago. Maybe it was last year. I don't remember. We were looking to buy candlesticks for my wife. She just had her 4th kid. So I wanted to get her, my parents bought silver candlesticks when we got married, 2 silver candlesticks, nice ones, expensive ones. So I wanted to buy her 4 candlesticks for the 4 kids, matching. They're a little smaller, but. So we went to that Tzorfim. Tzorfim didn't really have what we wanted. Went to a different silver store right next there. We ended up getting something. It's pretty expensive, silver candlesticks. They weren't as big as one my parents got, but, still expensive. But we're not at Tzorfim. They actually had something really cool. They had a Kiddush cup, which really was like the biggest Kiddush cup. I think I actually posted it on my YouTube post. A picture of me holding this Kiddush cup. The Kiddush cup is pure silver. Probably 925 silver. 12,000 shekel. That's like $3,500 for a Kiddush cup. Now, this Kiddush cup was a huge Kiddush cup. Maybe even holds more than a bottle of Kedem grape juice. 2-liter bottle, 1.89 liter bottle, Kedem grape juice. Meaning, every time you're making Kiddush, you pour an entire bottle of grape juice into the cup. I said, when I'm rich, I am going to buy that for sure. It is so me to buy that. I have so much fun with it. People come to my house, fill up the Kiddush cup. Like a giant. It would be amazing. Also, those fountains are pretty cool. I wouldn't recommend pouring from the big Kiddush cup into the fountain unless you have a giant fountain also. That'd be cool also to get a giant fountain. A big table for that. All right. Dreams right now in my financial situation. All right. So, I don't know. The mitzvah is everyone should have a team, just like a kid. Hey, let's say, right, commonly not, the kos is not passed around all the time. If you're not sure that you're going to get to have some of the grape juice or the wine in the koshel bracha, you should make bar b'yagafen, because it had to be when the Mavarach said the bar b'yagafen, he had you in mind. And you had in mind to be Yotzei. And if one of those things were lacking, either you didn't have in mind, you didn't plan on getting it, or he didn't plan on emoting you, so you have to make your own bracha, which is, general halacha when it comes to being Yotzei with someone else's bracha. He has to have gone to be Motzi, and you have to go to be Motzi, Yotzei with him. Now, you don't have to really think, I am being Motzi. I think in your heart, I am being Motzi, like say the words in your heart. You don't have to say that. I think just kavana, just intend, right? You plan. What's your plan? Your plan is to rely on him, and he's playing to Motziu. That's enough. That's the conclusion of today's share. Stay tuned for Ian Tolina. We talk about the difference between eating kazayas and drinking a revius or a kazayas and drinking. What's his machlokas based on? Ian Tolina coming up next.